headquarters here. Who is this?
Hello guys, it's Tuesday evening. Haven't you forgot something?
Uh-oh.
Power up the studio. Turn on the mixer. Log into Slay Radio. Join IRC. Turn up the bass. Turn on the mics. Pump up the volume. Load the best for remixes. 64. Amiga. Demo scene tunes. All the best hits. And press the magic button. And now, you're all set to welcome our beloved listeners. Ready? Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, live at the home of Commodore 64 Remixes on Slay Radio, please welcome our hosts, Slaygo.
Really?
And Ziona.
Oh my god. Hello, everyone. Hi, Slaygo.
Hello. Sorry. Just typing away on YouTube.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we said hi to each other like 2 hours ago or something like that. But yeah, we say hi on air as well.
Hello.
It's 2019 and the 19th of March. And well, I don't know how is with you. I certainly feel a bit unprepared now.
A little bit, but we'll just wing it and see where we go.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it has several reasons why. And of course, today we expect all your requests, all your favorites that you would love to hear. And we can create a great playlist for everyone with those songs. So I hope that there will be great requests coming, and we don't have any sort of thematic thing for today. So no dance songs, no metal songs. It can be anything you like.
Including dance songs and metal songs.
Exactly. We are not banning any sort of style today. And
well, not any style particularly, but one song at least. Gung Gung.
Ah, yeah, okay, of course. Yeah, but that also has a reason. If anyone wouldn't know, it is because it was over-requested on the waves of Slay Radio by all those years.
On the rotational especially. So,
exactly. Yeah. And it's always Malthus who kind of likes to tease us with Gung Gung. And, well, it doesn't really belong to the public, but I just did my nails, so there might be funny movements contained in what I'm doing here. I play songs and I talk, so maybe it won't affect my talking.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you got really high from the smell.
Ah, the nail polish. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like I really couldn't find a better part of the day at the moment for that. So this is why I just used 20 minutes of my time to do that. And it has practical reasons. Yeah, sure, it has aesthetical reasons as well. Aesthetic reasons, yeah. But rather practical reasons, they are too long now. So otherwise they would break, probably. That's about it. And it would hurt. And yes, yeah, I think... we could maybe start up the show with a brand new song, relatively brand new, uploaded or at least published on RKO on 13th of March, made by Best Veteran of the Year 2018 MRT. And it's a favorite tune of mine. I'm really curious of his version of X Out. Can I play this now, Slagon?
I'm sure you know how to, so go ahead.
Okay. Wow.
Ding, ding.
That is such a cool version. I did not have time to listen to it yet, but I was amazed. I really like this melody, and the first time I fell in love with it was Mikka's version. Yeah, and it's been a while. Hang on, when was that made? Mikka did the First X out on RKO, and it was made in 2005. I think I put my hands on that track relatively close to its release date, so it was a regular guest on my playlist, and therefore it made me love the original as well. Well, after all these years, probably I should listen to the original as well, because it's a lovely one, and Amati made a really good job with it. And we have a few requests, but of course you still have time to schedule your request now. It appears so. It looks like we are slowly getting there, where people are joining us. They started to join us, at least. So
yeah, we're already in full discussion on YouTube. See, Old Fart is outside in t-shirt, and it's 7 degrees Celsius, and he said, yeah, it's t-shirt weather.
He's like Boz, I think.
I just told him that. Just like Boz then.
Exactly, the same thing he does, and even Swedish people are completely surprised to see him when he does that. So that says something, I guess, because I would expect Swedes to do the same.
Well, I did see one guy, was it late last week? It was kind of raining and windy like fuck, and he was walking around in t-shirt and shorts, and he had a jacket in his hand. Just what?
Right. Well, I'm not.
And what, 3 degrees or something?
That's why I bought so many coats here. I think. Maybe, yeah. That no personal things involved here, but since by cars there's always a discussion which car knows what, and which one is beautiful and which one is technically not
Did you
there.
Say car?
Yeah, cars.
Car. Oh, okay.
Oh my god, really?
No, I just didn't understand, because then you said which car understands, and then I kind of didn't know what you were talking about anymore.
No, I did not say which car understands. I said which car is there technically where they want it to be, and there are lots of discussions. I can tell you the same with the codes, because, well, I got several Swedish codes in the past for some odd reason, and they are really, really well made. Surprisingly, they have so much of rain here, and of course moist and everything, and of course they have to optimize those things. I also got some Italian coats which look awesome, and their design is awesome, but unfortunately they are not that protective. Guess why? So it's the same thing, I guess, with cars, that they are always optimized for the country's weather that they are made at. Probably. Yeah, all about products. And we have the first request of the evening. LP Chips says, hello, Ziona and Sligon. Can you play Mule? I think.
Mule?
Mule. Yeah, we are not going to eat it, at least that's what I know. DJ's choice. Well, I have chosen a Mule theme song made by the Amplifier. It's going to be a surprise for me as well. Let's check it out. LP Cheap. Wow, I sensed a little touch of honorability there, I think.
Yeah, detuned everything.
Yeah, but certainly there were parts that... Oh, come on. There were parts that were definitely funny. I think the bass part, I really liked how he picked the bass, but yeah, this bell might be polished. Not that many versions are available of MULE, so we had 3 versions here, and if I remember correctly, 2 versions are on RKO. So yeah, people, get to it, do a remix, even better remix than the existing ones, and then of course we will definitely play it. And Edward L said that only just now did I complete a music video based on MRT, so will you remember and uploaded it? If your video streaming tool can capture the desktop, unfortunately not. But
there's still some work to be done on that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm reinstalling one of my other servers to run as the video streamer. Currently I'm running it on a shitty laptop.
Yeah, it's so yeah. He said that feel free to restream it. Otherwise, everyone bookmark the following and get ready to sing. And he provided a link which I'm going to share on the channel.
Which reminds me, I need to start my IRC clients here.
Oh, and I think that you might want to copy this thing,
I will.
Or I'm going to Slay Radio's live show that Facebook warned me. And Sonic Wanderer appears to eat waffles at the time. That's nice. And he might tune in too soon. Also, where is our live show here? Ah, there we go. Okay, so if I click, I can see the comments, hopefully. Oh, Csongrádi Béla says, hi, I'm listening from Budapest. Hi. I'm going to Budapest very soon. So, hi. That's about it. And partially that's why I was kind of busy with packing and stuff. And of course, we promised to do a show. And this promise is sacred. So, don't be afraid. And here is the link. Edward L's video. With a link on the Facebook comments as well. Gosh, it's always complicated to join to our own live stream on Facebook.
Yes, it is.
For me, at least, because if my channel is not muted, then I might find myself in a time travel 20 seconds in the past.
No, like this.
No, wait, you don't want. No.
Sonic Wanderer just joined on Facebook as well.
And he's eating waffles.
Oh, Mr. Waffle Man.
How you sweets are eating waffles? What do you add to waffles?
Cream and jam.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, I do at least.
No chocolate cream?
No, just whipped cream and like raspberry or strawberry jam.
Or lingonberry.
No,
knowing you.
No,
No.
Not lingonberries for that.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Well, it's like you eat everything with lingonberries, so I was assuming
everything. Just
almost
blood
everything.
pudding or black pudding or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that was a weird combo, but kind of works. I really like lingonberry sauce with meatballs. That works very, very well.
It does indeed.
And I ate it before I knew that it's called lingonberry. Because guess what? I think nowhere else they call that sauce in IKEA lingonberry sauce. They call it as, I don't know, berry marmalade. They have like all sorts of names for it, but for some reason we don't have this name for it, like lingonberry. So it's just that kind of funny thing that nowhere else, probably but in Sweden, we know about lingonberry. And that was a new thing for me as well when I moved here. And Vortega also joined on Facebook. Great. Oh, and Lala? Lala somewhere. Lala hi.
Lala somewhere.
Lala somewhere. I haven't seen him actually joining on IRC, but Martin
he's there.
was waving. Yeah. Yeah, probably. I have to scroll back. Probably
he's been idle for 10 minutes.
Ah, right. Okay.
So he hasn't really said anything.
Yeah, it
until now.
Yeah, exactly. I got a message from him today which kind of partially made me sad, but I don't want to tell more yet, because still I'm hoping him to find a workaround maybe at one point, because still we have 3 months, actually less than 3 months, until the Hull concert, the 8-bit symphony concert. So I don't know why I want to say Symphony 64 all the time. Of course I do, because that was the original name of the Kickstarter, was it? Right?
Symphonic Collection.
The Symphonic Collection, yes. So, yeah. Should we play a request?
That
and
sounds
not only
like
talk?
a great idea.
So, yeah, since I posted the link with the music of MRT, Will You Remember Gone, Edward L. did this video. You can maybe fire it up now if you want to listen and watch at the same time.
Hello, my friend. It's me. Your first computer. I'm so sad. Haven't seen you for a long time. I'm sorry. I'm
Martin said he dances again furiously in the living room kitchen, as he usually does. And he also said he's practicing his dance moves for X 2020. And then wink wink, ziona. I can tell you how Boz described my... No, it was actually you.
Boz wank, I think. Oh.
No. Boz was not really telling any sort of adjectives to my dancing, other than showing me gestures, how he rates that. But you actually said that it looks like Phoebe in Friends running in the park.
Right. Her jogging style.
Yeah, exactly. Her jogging style. So now you can at least have your imagination, imagining that. Yeah.
Mental image about that.
I never guessed I look like that. I just enjoyed, okay?
Yeah, I know.
I know, but it still looks hilarious. Okay, thank you very much. Doesn't matter. I feel great. That's all what matters, okay? I don't care.
I don't care.
No, that's about it. Yeah, but there will be a lot of opportunities. Maybe not in Hull, that would be funny. But there might be maybe some sort of back in time live event maybe at some point. If board maybe would decide to organize one again, or, you know. Well, we will see, but I'm looking forward to the next event.
Indeedums. Always fun.
Yeah, exactly. And
No, nothing.
You wanted to say something?
No.
Okay.
Nothing.
Our interviewee from last week published his new tune, but the bad news is it's not on RKO yet. So
I think it's in the queue.
It's in the queue. Okay.
I think so.
So
let me check.
What are you waiting for then? Jesus.
Yes, it's in the queue. So it'll be around soon.
Soon. Who knows when? How many people are in the judge? No?
I don't know, 10-ish, I think.
10-ish? Everyone has to approve?
No. It's basically just if it's kind of a fail-safe type system. You do get the votes in from the jurors, but in the end, it's Qued that basically decides based on these kind of marginalized or those that are kind of hovering between bad and good. Okay. And he don't know what to do with them. Most of them do pass because most of the stuff that gets uploaded is of good quality anyway. So, but if you get to those that are kind of in the grey zone and he don't really know what to do with them, then he kind of looks at what the other jurors have to say about them.
Well, it's at least not a few months. That's a great thing about it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or years, as in Morty's case, a year and a half, or something like that.
Well, you said half year.
Yeah, now, the last one, but the longest he ever waited was a year and a half for one of the songs.
Okay, well, that
on
is
OC
something.
Remix, and that is, by the way, not on RKO, on OC Remix.
I mean, yeah, I can imagine people being busy and all of that, but I really have no idea how the system works there. So it's a funny thing. I have also a song in the queue there, but no idea when it might happen. But anyway, well, different system, different habits and such things.
I would be curious to kind of have a discussion around those things with some of the people that decide. So
yeah, that would be interesting.
Try to do that at some point.
Yep, absolutely. And we have Seawold Fart on YouTube as usual.
Hello.
Hello.
He's out in the garden in a t-shirt in 7 degrees centigrade.
And he had even the strength to request a song in 7 degrees and a t-shirt.
Yeah, how do your fingers work?
They haven't frozen yet. Well, it appears he asked for the song in question. Well, it's not a question that it will be available on RKO soon. I would be surprised otherwise. But for now, we are going to play it from YouTube for the old farts. So, the brand new Vaggelis Papadopoulos tune, Golden Axe. Will it start?
Yes, it will.
At one point, maybe.
Now.
golden axe made.
Vaggelis, Papadopoulos.
Oh, and just so you know, Sligon, you just subscribed to his channel. Just,
did I now?
Yeah, you did.
Sorry. Well, that wasn't what I intended to do, but...
Oh, yeah, you definitely intended to do that. I'm pretty sure about that.
No, I was just going to find the video.
The video? Which one?
The
golden axe?
Yes.
Yeah, it's here. I'm providing you the link.
I pasted the link already.
Okay. Then I'm not providing anything. Yeah. Tab64 says, best about metal. Sounds extremely sharp on laptop speakers and mobile phones. It kinda slices you to two. Yes, definitely. But it's even better when you have big speakers. Or maybe a small one, which is a JBL kind of mobile speaker that has a bass sometimes. Gosh, it's like very surprising.
Yeah, surprisingly big bass on a very, very small device.
They are really, really good at this. And I know because I have one, so that's it. And what I said, we need to PM about what to wear in Hull. Girl stuff. Of course we do. Yeah, of course. This is like crucial. I already have a dress in my head that what we are going to wear. Yes, it's like a celebration occasion. You have to respect the event. So, and it's besides that, it's kind of a concert hall, a classic kind of concert hall in Hull.
Yeah, concert hall in Hull.
Okay,
Hull.
teach us the pronunciation difference because those who are not natives might be not really good at this. And I'm not meaning myself at all. No, never. Hall in Hull. Hole in a hull. A hole in a... No, that won't be better. Don't hope for better. No, I'm never getting better at this, really. I try so hard sometimes, and sometimes I don't try at all because he just pours too much information on me, and if every second sentence is corrected, you are not able to remember what the heck is going on.
It gets stuck somewhere in the back of the head and comes out at some point.
Yeah, you are...
Like all of a sudden.
You try to reach my unconscious, kind of subconscious.
That's why I'm so tired, because I stay up all night to talk to you when you sleep.
Oh, okay. What else do you want to teach me here that I don't know of? You manipulator. I always knew that. Never mind. Let's play a request. Let's get to the right window because I didn't. So now Karl says he wants to hear Crazy Comets Crayz Comeleon remix made by SIDrip Alliance. Right from Hungary.
Mr. Rips. Or Mr.'s Rip.
Mr.'s Rip. Yeah. Okay, so here it comes. Yeah, how cool is that? Indeed. It's always
7.
cool.
10.
Ah, yeah.
18.
Oh, 18 out of 10? That's very
I don't
cool.
know. Depends on what scale we're...
Usually
have.
they use a scale of 10. I mean, that's the most...
So 11.
Average. Oh, 11 out of 10. Yeah, that sounds cool. And yeah, I just happened to check SIDrip's page because I haven't been there for a while, and I realized that it still looks the same cool as it was. So, and my cousin joined. Hi, Kata. Greetings.
Hello, Kata.
And also your mom joined, by the way. Hi, Irmeli.
Hello, mother.
So,
hello, mother.
Yeah, you need a deeper voice to say that.
My parental device.
Your parental device. Okay, haven't heard this for a mother yet, but
It's something Boz usually says.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Tab64 said, now we have electricity. Daimo is here. Hi, Daimo. Yeah, greetings, everyone.
Yeah. Keep pedaling.
Isn't it Dynamo? Instead of Daimo?
Yeah. But, we shorten it in Swedish. At least we shorten it to Dymo.
Really?
Yeah, Dynamo, Dymo.
Okay, well, we don't. So I didn't know this, but good to know.
Parental units, Lala says.
Parental units, yeah. I think this is the one that I heard.
Coneheads movie.
Well, I will try to translate that expression to my language and say to my mom. I wonder what she will say. Probably she would be really surprised and she would say, what the fuck? But, yeah, happens.
Oh, by the way, if someone wonders what that hashtag 2155 is on YouTube and Facebook, that is the number of shows we have done on Slay Radio, live shows. So I started to include that just because, fun.
Oh, wow. Okay, that is good to know.
It is actually on the show schedule. I did a short or slight little update on the homepage as well. So that number is included on the schedule and in the RSS feed as well nowadays. Well, human mind is a very funny thing. I didn't even notice this hashtag 2155 on Facebook. And I think there's a reason for that, because sometimes your mind is just filtering out all those things. Hashtags.
Yeah, it's like they are not even there. I really didn't notice. It didn't make me think, what is that? And sometimes I think this is like a built-in ad blocker or some sort of thing.
Yeah, that's why I didn't see anything my older sister wrote for a while, because every single word she wrote, because I think she was posting, like cross-posting to Facebook from Instagram, and every single word she wrote in every sentence was hashtagged. It was like, what the hell? Come on, sister.
Yeah, I mean, there are people who add like 3 lines of hashtags to one picture, and well, it's like, of course there's a use for hashtags in terms of like public pictures, for instance, when they are preparing the post or the picture to be able to search for it later on, and it connects to a specific topic, then I understand.
Sure, but if it's a plate of food and you have like 17 hashtags describing the mountains behind the food with hashtags, it's like, okay, we've gone a few steps too far out into the woods. Yeah,
that is very true. So yeah, everyone can overdo anything, so this is probably one of those things. Yeah. There are certain reasons for using hashtags, and if we tend to overuse them, they will lose meaning after a while. So
well, she stopped using them now, luckily.
Luckily. Ah, my goodness. Let's look at the request list here.
Whee!
Grigol is with us.
Right.
Left.
Yes.
Okay. So
listening through YouTube, I believe.
Great. So you added his request, or
Nope,
he added?
he
Okay.
did.
He knew that the most practical for us is still to add requests through swayradio.org website, because then we will see everything at one place.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of lift them from Facebook and YouTube and put them in the requester sometimes, but if you really want to make sure that we actually see it, it's better to put it right there from the beginning.
Yeah, and we are almost at the end of the first hour, but there's still some space for requests. But no buts here. Nothing to make you happy at the moment.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I needed to sit. So.
Well, right before we watched American Dad, before we came down here, I was watching an episode of Billions, Season 3, Episode 7. Right at the end, there's a pool party. There was a butt, or maybe two in there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How great is for you.
Indeed.
You can never have enough butts, do you?
But.
Bastard.
Butstard.
Butstard, yeah. Is it like mustard? But I'm getting there. This is a very, very bad thing. So let's play a song.
Yes, let's.
And it's Grigor's request. Double density commercial by PARALAX. PARALAX and double density commercial RKO edit. Guess what happened on Facebook? Csongrádi Béla Csongrádi, because we essentially turn everything upside down, and first name and family name becomes family name and first name in Hungarian, so just so you know. He said, Ziona, 10 years ago we danced at a chiptune concert at the Gödör Club. If I remember well, Nugs and TRX were there as well. Yes, they were. And yes, we did. And it was a great party. And I think that was more or less the time when we already were in the renaissance of chip music, so people started to do those chip parties in Budapest as well for some reason, and gosh, it was 10 years ago. That's kind of close to unbelievable. And please don't listen to us meanwhile.
No, I don't. I'm just listening on the laptop, not on the stream. So different things.
Yeah, I was just hearing something for a second.
You just needed to check something.
That was the same annoying like in the American Dad, the doorbell every time.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like our doorbell.
Yeah, exactly. And coming from from big speakers, that completely confuses me anytime I hear it.
Yeah,
so.
But you can always double check with the cats, because they recognize the difference.
We don't, and the cats do?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
They have great hearing.
Wow.
We don't. Our hearing is shit compared to theirs.
No, I kind of understand. That was a very interesting experiment today. I was hesitating about one of my coats, since, well, probably some of you know I have a big collection. And I had a favorite one, an old favorite, that I was thinking that it's such a pity that it hangs on only in the wardrobe, and a friend of mine definitely could wear it, and it would definitely fit her. And of course, we were talking about the origins of those, and it has a fur collar, and I wasn't really sure. I thought that it might not be real fur because, you know, people say real fur is more expensive. I did the research, and in fact, it's not. So if anyone of you is a vegan and wants to be like an animal protector or some sort of thing, sometimes fur can be so cheap, and unfortunately those animals can be like kept in so small places, and I read about that too, and I got completely sad. Even if I have like probably 2 coats that have fur, but I did not know about circumstances how they keep them, so I kind of had a remorse in my mind after that. So reading about those and seeing those things, of course it makes you feel bad, but the interesting thing was that we started to test the fur when I came home, and you said that just show it to the cats, because if it's real fur, they will be interested and they will just sniff it and keep sniffing it. And if it won't be, then they will just turn away. And guess what happened? They were sniffing it. So that was actually a good indicator, because after that, there were several traits that I read up to how to differentiate those things. And it turned out that unfortunately it's a real one. But we have a real fur detectors in here. Yeah, exactly. Like cats can be. They
recognize their own kind.
Exactly. like this is something I completely didn't know, and it is really true. Like if you show the animals such a material, they will keep sniffing if it's a real thing, and if they won't be interested if it's like anything plastic or anything artificial or fox fur. It's really, it's just made a kind of impact on me as well. And of course, to read about those things, yeah, can make you think, and yeah, it kind of made sort of moral hesitation in me as well. Because sometimes you just need to read up those things, but I know that they do this with all kind of topics that they can do, and
yeah, I kind of have only one thing to say about that, and it's bacon.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's like then it's a completely valid question why people buy like leather coats as well, because that's the same thing. So yeah, there's no good answer for that, because of course if there's a natural death of the animal, that would be so much better, but we cannot be that naive, because no, unfortunately people are going for those profits, and yeah, there are certain advantages and disadvantages to that, but if someone is stepping up as a protector, then probably they should be against leather as well, and they never speak up like this, so it's a tricky one.
They do.
They do?
No, like speak out like this? What do you mean like this?
No, I mean they promote, like they always promote that how bad it is, and it is bad, and I totally support that thought that it is bad what they do with animals.
Yeah, there was this huge movement a while back, like in the was it 90s, mid 90s or something like that, where they were like around all these fur coat shops and threw paint at people who bought coats in there
exactly.
and stuff like that. So
that I remember, but that's the thing, that they didn't step up against leather, and it's essentially a very similar thing. So
well, I guess there's a difference because most of the leather, I guess, is from cows, isn't it?
Yeah, part of them, also from lambs. That's a fine type of type of leather, and of course there's several still, but yeah, it's a tricky question. So it always makes me think, because there are several perspectives that you can look at.
Board joined on Facebook, as did Elman, but Board says, bacon again? Alright, I'll kill something.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to leave those traits behind. Anyway, we are talking here for a while, and maybe, just maybe, we should play some music as well, because we are talking about requests. So,
I do have one question, though, related to that earlier topic there, and
which one?
Cows, for instance.
Okay.
I do agree that any animal that is kept should be kept in kind of a good under good conditions and all of that, but cows would not even exist if we weren't around. So question is then, is it better to have not existed ever, or having been bred for a life of eventually becoming food or clothing or whatever, under the condition, of course, that you provide a good life for that animal. So, I don't know.
Yeah, no one good answer for that.
And Board says, Uncle and the bacon.
Yeah, we can play something like that for you, Board. Definitely we will. Okay, so Kjell Breding. Am I pronouncing this right?
Yeah, Kjell Breding, my colleague at Ericsson.
Oh, hi. Okay, greetings. It would be great to hear Terra Cresta remix by Razmo. And he requested it through Facebook.
Indeed.
Oh, so he also knows remixes.
He does. He's one of the moderators or creators, I think, on AmigaGBG.org, something like that. I'll
cool.
find the link here. One of the bigger Amiga boards. So he has a lot of kind of Amiga stickers at work and stuff like that.
Wow, awesome. Okay, you found each other. So here comes Razmo and Terra Cresta for him. Demo said, sehr gutes Lied eller vad den says in Deutsch. Yeah, that kind of reminds me to my conversations sometimes. Fairly recently. Today I was at a networking event, networking lunch that I regularly attend or tried to attend. And sometimes we kind of switch in between Swedish and English, and sometimes you don't realize what language you are talking on. So, and I have met a guy coming from Australia, and that was a really interesting experience for me. He was also in the military for 10 years, and he said that after the 20 years that he lived in Australia, he never faced a real danger because of those animals that everyone is frightening you with. Like
it's a very, very big country.
I know, but
Did he live in the city?
no. And he was in the military for 10 years. You know what that means. They were like sleeping outside and such things sometimes. So it wasn't really... They are prepared for those dangers.
The military is, yes. They have guns.
No, oh my god. Yeah, like if a spider comes, I can imagine that.
So someone throw a hand grenade.
No, I know. There are snakes. There are these big spiders that we can only dream of, or maybe dream in our nightmares, maybe. And of course, there are crocodiles. And what he said about crocodiles, they can be 6 meters long.
Yeah.
Like 6 meters.
Huge.
Yes, and they run faster than you can imagine, and they are definitely managing themselves on the ground as well.
Legs.
Yeah,
They're
with
tiny
those small
legs.
legs, they can still eat you with those small legs.
Well,
So
they eat you with their big mouth, but they.
very good point. Yes. Okay.
Oh, MRT joins us on YouTube. Hello, MRT.
Hi, MRT. And yes, that reminded me of a joke. Someone was asking, yeah, that was on the joke page that you just sent me last week, that are you eating pizza by your hands? No, I'm eating it with my mouth.
Yeah, I kind of got to page 4 or something, and then I got busy
Yeah.
and forgot.
Yeah, I also didn't read all of them through. It was just a funny thing, especially that the Swedish part is always challenging.
Yeah, and since most of the jokes I read on there are more leaning more towards the double meaning kind of jokes, or sometimes even triple meaning.
Yeah, as a joke usually does.
Mm.
Most of the times.
Yes.
Bela says, my neighbors are listening to good music now. In my house, the Slay Radio volume is very high.
Oh, that is always good.
Yeah, really nice to know that, Bela. I hope that your neighbors won't kill me, considering that in a few hours, or, well, yeah, a bit more than a day, I might be closer to your neighbors, so I hope that they really won't want to kill me. But yeah, and what I was into here, I cannot find the right window again. Oh yeah,
What I wanted to do was this, though.
Live, loud, and direct. Slay Radio.
oh yeah, there you go, Bela. I hope that everyone enjoys it. And Lomax said, I hereby request by my birth-given right of requesting the requestable song Phobia of Das Werk Projekt.
Nice one.
Just to hear any of you two to read out the artist's name in your best German pronunciation. Well, natürlich. What do you expect? We speak your language.
Das Werk Projekt.
Yeah, exactly. Need a little bit of exercise, but
Probably. My German is shit.
Übung macht den Meister. Just so you know.
Huh?
Du måste öva din tyska.
Jag måste öva på min tyska.
Aha.
Ja, det måste jag göra. För att kunna replikera ett 40-talsprogram på televisionen.
Okay, the last part I didn't quite catch. Well, that is the main difference between German and Swedish. German, you at least catch what they say. So, here comes Phobia by Das Karl Projekt.
Here's how good my German is. I can't even pronounce DHS in German.
Yeah, you cannot say DHS.
Is it DHS?
I think it's DHS, yes.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. It's been 20 years, but apparently it appears that I might reuse it very soon because the company I'm joining might need it. And this is a great thing because it will be even more confusing with the Swedish. Haha.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be helpful.
I'm always looking for new challenges, you know, so it's always a great thing. And on a long run, to cope with several languages is the only way is to exercise all of them, even parallelly, because then you will divide them eventually, sooner or later. So yeah, that is what
on your
children do.
deathbed you go, yes.
Yeah, I did it.
Finally.
Yeah, I did it. No, but seriously, how else bilingual children are coping with the things? This is what they do. They start to speak later.
Well, you're short, but you're not a child anymore.
I know. Or I don't know. Don't tell me that. It's so disappointing.
That you're not a child anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's a positive side to it. You can get a salary and go to work and stuff. And things, and
yeah, of
you
course.
don't get parents that
No
tell you
child
what to
labor.
do and not to do.
No child labor. And hi, Kolmar. He just joined us.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a tricky one. I really believe that on a long run, there's no other way to maintain several languages parallelly, but to exercise all of them. You cannot avoid, because those that are not exercised, you will just override them with the next one. That's what happens. For a fact, I can tell you. So yes. Where were we?
In the studio.
Oh, your really helpful comments.
I
And
know.
by
They're
the
really
way,
helpful to kind of pull you back into reality and into the studio mentally and physically. It's great.
Michael Wildhagen says on Facebook, "Good evening. I heard today is German language day on Slay Radio. I'm in. Wunderschönen guten Abend zusammen."
Okay. Gesundheit on YouTube.
Have a wonderful evening together. Just saying. It's unbelievable for me that you are native Swedish and you haven't learned German.
Well,
It's like
most of my friends in school went to German classes, but I chose French. Stupid fucker. So yeah, I can count to 10 in French, I think.
Aha. Au revoir.
Au revoir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 1 to 10 in French.
Edward has an interesting perspective here. He says, "My grandfather said that teaching babies more than one language at the same time never works well. Start with the language you are living in, then move on after a few years. There is one problem with this, according to my opinion, and from what I have seen in the families that, and I know a couple of families with mixed languages, that some families that follow this rule, particularly I can tell you that Romanian guy and a Ukrainian woman living in Budapest, so imagine that, 3 languages. The kids are obviously surrounded in the kindergarten with Hungarian, because that's what happens, and they chose to speak to them supposedly in a little bit of broken Hungarian, because of course they are both non-natives, and also probably the Romanian part was stronger, and at the age of 4 the kid was already rejecting the grandma who tried to talk to the kids in Ukrainian, like shaking their head, and they didn't really want to attempt to talk at all. And I think that this is where the danger of that relies, because if you want your kid to have at least a balance between those things, sure thing, first it's gonna be very confusing for them, and it would be probably more confusing for them, and it's proven that they start to talk later on when they hear 2 languages, but later on they will have
Not
certain
true.
benefits.
Not always true.
Not always true?
No. I can tell you what I did with my son.
Okay.
I spoke Finnish to him. His mother spoke Swedish to him. And then, of course, all around him, when he started preschool and school and all that, he only heard Swedish, unfortunately. In my case, I was kind of the opposite, only heard Finnish at home, and when I started school, I had to kind of adapt to hearing Swedish around me, because all my friends were Finnish as well until I started school. when I started school, I went to Finnish classes, so I learned to count. That was a bitch. Learned to count in Finnish, and then after 6th grade, started in Swedish classes. And when you start to do math in a different language, when you hear the math, it's very difficult to imagine how it works. But with my son, he kind of grew up with both languages simultaneously.
Yeah.
So kind of worked out fairly well. Unfortunately, he can retain the Finnish because he didn't really have anyone else to speak Finnish with other than me. And at around 11 or so, he kind of decided that nope, we're not going to talk Finnish anymore.
Yeah, well, yes, but he had the basics. So I think that if you try to attempt to do this after the age of 8 or 10 or whatever, later on they won't be that much into it, and they won't be surrounded with it, supposedly not that much. And your brain is also kind of the most how to call that, the most adapting age is probably, I don't know, until 12. I don't want to say stupid things here out of my ass because obviously I don't know the proper data for that.
I think that comes down to exposure and willingness to be part of the group and that sort of thing. So once you're dropped into a situation where the most important thing is that you learn and get accepted as a peer, then that would be your priority. And the same, I think, would happen even for adults. It's not like your brain stops working because you grow up.
No, of course not. It's not a black and white thing. I just said that in your first years, your brain is really sucking everything in, whatever surrounds you, and it's a crucial time. And
because that period of time you don't really have a lot to think about, only the things that are in front of your face right now. So those are the most important right now, so those are the things you take in.
Yeah, exactly. Allow me just a short request to be played, because Top 64 wanted to hear Ducks Ahoy, and it's the remix of Stello Doussis that I prepared for him, but it's a very short one, 48 seconds. Isn't this a lovely
cute
remix? Yeah, it's
a bit weird. Did
weird
my
end.
copy break or something?
What?
It's usually not that abrupt, I think, or maybe it is. I don't know.
Maybe you have a bad version of it here.
Yeah, maybe I do. That's what I said. Did it break? But
let me check it. Just for the kicks.
No, it's
Ducks
just the
Ahoy.
ending.
And
I think the song itself is that short, but the ending...
the ending was certainly not something that I interfered with, so this is what...
I can see that, but looks like it's been cut.
Yeah, it looks like that, but it's not
Might need
my
to replace
fault.
that one. Anywho, hi.
Hazel.
Hi, welcome back.
Yeah, that was a short time span. Maybe we should play another request. We were talking for enough time here.
Just interlude here with while you find the song to play. Are you finding a song to play? Are you finding a song to play?
Sorry. Yes, it's already prepared. The next
okay,
request
good.
is prepared.
Okay. I guess Mr. Wilhagen says, I am trying to learn foreign languages from time to time because I think it opens up complete new worlds if you speak more than one language. And yes, it actually does. You see things differently.
Definitely. And also Edward added here that he was brought up with English and Swedish at the same time, and he kind of got bullied for his accent, mix of grammars, and he is still a bit of a mess today. Yeah, I guess we are not the same in this regard. So
I am.
but I mean that not everyone is the same good at math or physics or languages or grammar, and I think that this is what you have to personalize, and it's a really challenging thing actually to notice this on a very early age of a child. Then let's say that the examples that I heard of certainly suggest that it might be a better idea to start with 2 languages or raising a bilingual child from day 0, but there might be always some buts for Slagon, that might be not 100% good for everyone. That is very true, and there are always exceptions.
Yeah. Jason Parker says that his missus is Spanish and only talks to their 2 girls in Spanish 100% of the time. They are 6 and 3 and they are bilingual already, and they pick it up very, very early on. And there might be poor examples as well for that, and I have no doubts about that, because it appears that we have someone claiming that it might be a bad thing as well. So I just said that the examples from the examples that I have seen and I have heard of, majority of the people say that it might be a good thing, but as always, it doesn't apply for everyone. So, yep. No, of course not.
Yep.
Because we're not all the same.
Exactly. And there is a very good saying for that if you would want to teach a fish how to climb a tree, he will feel stupid all his life. And definitely
he would just need to wait for evolution to kick in. It's going to take a few million years.
Yeah, probably.
But he'll get there eventually.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a very good saying, I think, and it applies to so many things, and people tend to forget about it. And there are school systems that consider these differences, and there are school systems that are less supportive, so to speak. And so far, I have seen positive things here in Sweden. So
getting there slowly. And Finnish system is even better, they claim. But who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Anyway, we have a request. Not even one. And you still can have some requests here. Zamdi wants to hear DHS, DHS, and the Hobbit Drunken Gollum remix.
That's a fun one.
This is John speaking. I just want to test this software you have here. Okay, bye.
John, vai Mona. Ciao John, vai Mona.
Ciao, ciao. Something like that.
And it sounds like my måne, which is May moon in Swedish.
Ah.
My måne. My måne.
Okay then. But it's made by DHS and he is Italian. Did he consider Swedish aspect here?
No.
Okay.
He did when he did the Fika songs, because he thought Fika was a funny thing, because that means something entirely different in Italian.
It is a funny thing still. Not only for them, but we have different meanings for it. It seems like it's a funny word for everyone.
Indeed.
And conductor says male, female, neuter gender. English minimizes them, most European languages hold on to them, while Chinese has about 100 classifiers instead. Wow, that might be interesting.
What do you mean by classifiers?
Well, maybe like adjectives, or I don't know what describes the person.
Are those like the equivalent of the gender pronouns that have come up on various places nowadays, or what is that?
That's a good question.
Yeah, Lala, fika means booger in Hungarian.
Yep. Yep, it does.
I do know that.
And it's extremely funny for everyone, everyone of my nation at least, because obviously Swedes love fika. They just love it. Fika is everywhere here. Like
fika.
It can mean coffee break, it can mean coffee, it can mean the bakery stuff that you buy for the coffee, it can mean even the chocolate that you buy for the coffee, but it's always in connection with the coffee.
No, it's not.
Why not?
Fika is something you do rather than something you eat.
So
that
it's
is,
like
the eating part or drinking part is optional. It could be tea. You just it's the meeting part that is of importance. And having a fika could be anything from let's have a quick fika thing. It's 5 minutes and discuss some quick problem that you need to solve, or it could be 3 hours with a friend you haven't seen in a while.
Okay, right. Well, it's more like a siesta or some sort of thing.
Yeah, except when you have a fika you never sleep, because then it's not a fika anymore.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It would be nice to find a short definition for that, because it's impossible.
Yeah, because it's a word that doesn't exist in any other language.
And I just see Sonic Wanderer joining, and he's calling himself Noisy. Oh. Noisy, really?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Because Boz refers to him as that man who walks around being a bit noisy. Sonic Wanderer.
Yeah, if these are the noises, then I'm all up for noises. And I thought that we might surprise Board here with his request, which he posted on Facebook. And hi, Torsten Heise, by the way. He just joined on Facebook as well. So he wanted to hear Uncle and Bacon. Speaking of bacon.
Bacon.
And Commando. Swing remix. So how about that? Not available on Arceo. Don't hope
bacon,
for that. The Commando
Pig.
The Commando Bacon. Here comes the Commando Bacon. credit part.
Yeah, good. So we
The
have
credit
some
part.
credits in there.
Definitely. Yeah, really cool. So, yeah, very nice request board. And it appears so that LP chip can stay for probably 10 more minutes from now on. So I kind of prepare his next request, which would be a Pogo remix of Star Trek The Next Generation.
Hey?
Can we play this, Legon?
What?
Because I'm not entirely sure. Data and Picard. Not really sure about that, but let's just listen in, maybe. And he says that it's better.
You know, back when I was in the academy, we would follow every toast with a song.
A good idea.
Yeah, probably. I'm sorry, LP Chip. It's like, well, it's finally the bosses saying yes, the boss's idea to say yes or no to those songs, and we don't really know the origins, and we don't really know the copyright. So that's why we try to be careful.
Looks a bit like this. What's it called with the oranges and whatnot?
What do you mean?
Well, let me see. Da, 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 da. Oh, Pogo. Ah, yeah. Okay. Oh, shit. Thanks for reminding me of Pogo.
My Pogo?
No. The channel Pogo, the one that you started playing there.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah, I need to check that out again. It's been a while since I browsed around here. Does some pretty cool stuff.
And here's the thing, since we do these Facebook and especially the YouTube broadcasting part, it's a kind of good thing to spot things out, because YouTube's algorithms are working with the video later on, and it has shown several people who claim those freely spread remixes as their own, and they copyrighted not their own work under their own label.
A bit of a shout out to all the remixers that put their stuff on RKO. Please, I don't know, upload your own works on YouTube or something, and something like that. I don't know exactly how this works yet. I haven't really looked into it, but the problem is that we get tagged for pretty much every show by some random organization or for a random video that it's copyrighted because it's already uploaded by someone else and monetized, so they are making money off of your work. So upload your own stuff to YouTube, and I think that would be a good place to start, at least.
Exactly. So it can be a really tricky one, especially that if the do this at the other end of the world, and you cannot really trace him, and it definitely happened, then I don't know how much you can do, but certainly there should be something done about those people, because they are stealing others' work and they try to earn money on it without noticing even the original author. And this is very, very not nice trend, so we should go against it. And those YouTube shows are also good now, just to spot those.
Yeah, exactly, and like I said, we've been hit by a number of those copyright claims and whatnot, and every time that has happened, I have tried to research who it is that has done that or uploaded something that is claiming that copyright, and it's some bizarre shit out there. Like Japanese weird children's programming and just weird songs that people claim as their own and just copied a chunk of someone else's work and put out there. And I try to get in contact with the authors of these things, of course, not the authors of the claimants, as it were, but the remixers, and most often Chris Abbott.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, sad things, but yeah, please do that. Upload your remix, and you might figure out those things. And of course, we also do these things like as tests with the shows. It might spot out those.
Yeah, it's like one of those big fishing boats with a net, just trawling the ocean and just picking up weird fucking mermaids and whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And MRT,
hello, MRT.
Veteran of the Year, MRT of RKO. He also declared MRT of RKO.
That's his name on YouTube, MRT of RKO.
Oh, how cool is that? Okay. He asked, can I request my favorite tune from
No. Oh, wait, yes.
It would be a shame if he wouldn't be, or he would be the only one who cannot request in this show. You know what? You do too much music, so you cannot request. No.
Oh, is that how it works?
No, that's all right. And keep doing those awesome tracks. So he asked, can I request my favorite tune from Dr. Future, which is Starball? Thanks in advance. Of course you can. Here it comes.
You know that thing must be 100 years old.
It's a very nice track.
It
MRT's
is.
favorite. Now we learned it. That's really nice to hear about his opinion as well. What tracks he likes.
Indeed.
Yep. And I don't think we answered to LP Chip and Tab 64. LP Chip asked you, are you sure it is not a false positive hits on YouTube? That happens a lot.
Yeah, I checked
channel?
those. I checked those.
Definitely.
Every copyright claim you get it tagged by an organization, and what they claim is the thing they are copyrighting, and you get a time index on the thing you uploaded or streamed live, as it were, and then I go and check that bit and match it to the copyright claim. Sometimes it's quite specific, and sometimes it's just nonsense. So most of the times it's like someone uploaded a SID. We had a hit on a SID that was copyright claimed and monetized, and it matched the intro of a remix of that SID.
Yeah. It's a fun part, but sometimes it can really push your blood pressure up, because I don't know what's the proper English word for that, but it's just simple pure stealing, sound by sound. And
yeah, absolutely. It's just people have apparently realized that there's a free source of music over here. Let's just upload it to YouTube and monetize the shit out of that, and wait for something to happen. If it doesn't, then great, I'll just gather all that money while I wait for that to happen, actually. So, yeah, not a very good situation, but it is the one we find ourselves in.
And yeah, Tab 64, this is why we recommended to upload those things on YouTube or, well, Google. Yeah, sure, you can store your things on your own server, but if you want to share it with the world and you only do it on Arcade, you will never figure out about those fuckers. I'm sorry, I cannot really say a better word for them, because there's no excuse for this, what they are doing.
Yeah, you surprised me how much of that shit is out there. Still, about half of these shows that we have put out on YouTube have claims on them. Some of them are fine, which are like when we play tracks from albums from C64 Audio, for instance. That's fine, because they are claimed by the correct owners and all of that shit. So all of that is fine, but then everything basically that comes from RKO or that people have used in some video somewhere and making money off of is well, not very fun to see.
Yeah, not really. And well, it appears that we are at the end of the second
LP
hour.
Chip says it's also bad content matching on the algorithm. Well, partly yes. In cases like these, you can actually dispute and say fair use. Sure, you can, but they will still make money off of that.
Yeah.
The work they have not done, which is the point I'm kind of trying to make here, is that they are still making money off of your work.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not a nice thing, but of course we know that it happens day by day with everything on the internet. It's just a bad thing to see when you were working like so hard with your product that it just gets stolen and someone else takes the credit for it.
Yeah, I kind of put out my remixes on RKO because I like working on them and all of that shit, so that's fine. And if someone wants to use them, fine, do that. But I do not want other people to make money off of my work. That's kind of the limit I am comfortable with.
Yeah, exactly. Or if they do, at least you deserve a share. So, I mean, if they might use it for an advertisement or some sort of thing like that, then maybe you might say yes, but for a share, right?
It's a tricky business right there, because then we end up in all sorts of weird places.
Yeah, that is very true. Okay, so how about continuing the request list with Gizmore's request, which was DjLizard and Temple of Apshai, drum and bass for Tab 64.
Yay.
He sends the track. Yeah, that was a lovely one. I agree. So, I hope Tab 64 got the message from Gizmore, because he sent the song for him as well. And good night, LP Chip. And sorry for the interruption here too.
Good night.
Indeed. And what I wanted to say previously, that it appears that our request list is kinda short now, so if you want to squeeze something in, this is the best moment probably to do that. So go ahead if you have anything else to ask for today. And no, we cannot deliver beer and such stuff, unfortunately. This is Malthus's specialty. Oh, but speaking about delivery, Slagon, when the prizes can be expected for those who won the Roti Awards?
Yeah, we still need to kind of make them. So we need to create the vectorized logos, the individual ones, and send them in for printing on the trophies and whatnot, and get them sent here, and then we'll send them off.
Aha. Yeah, I have a guess then who will do the vectorized logo at least.
Well, I can do that too, but it will be shitty.
Oh, come on. It's just vectors. Yeah, but okay, good point. Let's get to it then, because it would be a shame if they would get it next year. So
yeah, we're not going to wait that long this time.
That's very nice to hear.
I think actually last time it was like 2 years almost. Close to 2 years.
Okay.
My bad. Not gonna happen again.
Yeah, at least I'm next to him now, so definitely it's not going to happen. And the LP Chip said, the boss has spoken. Boss is not here. Maybe he's here, but we don't know that.
Who? Boss! Boss! No, he's not here.
Board says, yes, I always like to squeeze something in. Okay.
Squeeze.
Something in. Wow. Bela says, my high school computing teacher has been fond of SID music for 35 years, retired and Slay Radio fan. How lovely is that?
Nice.
Wow.
Well, high school computing teacher. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Oh, and I was telling about Slay Radio actually to...
Best station for coders.
Wow. Wow, that's a real-time advertisement from him. The boss. Not the boss. Yeah. Today I talked about Slay Radio for the Australian dude as well, with whom we were talking about, and it was funny because he knew the Commodore music, and he said that's such a great idea, and he was surprised that it has like 20 years passed, but it's really cool. So yeah, there are people who still learn about this thing after 20 years. Unbelievable. And there might be always, even if like it's a small community, because it's a small community, but it's always nice to see new faces as well.
Indeed.
Yeah, yes.
We like faces.
And
people without faces we don't like very much.
Oh.
They are so hard to read.
Oh, that's your biggest problem with people without faces? You control freak.
What, don't you want to see kind of if you meet a person and they don't have a face?
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be a problem.
Yeah, I would panic.
That would be creepy like fuck.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so Tab 64, I'm sorry, my bad. I haven't noticed your additional request for the Ducks Ahoy because, yeah, sure, the remix is very short, but we can play you the original as well, which is a bit longer. That's what we are going to do now. I expected it to loop, but maybe not. Hang on. Those are just sound effects. That was quite short.
It's a cute Sid.
Definitely. Okay, are you sure that it's longer? Really? Because
no, it's not.
I really checked all the subtunes now, and no, it's not that much longer. So probably it's not that bad that we haven't really started with that. But
probably longer.
Yeah, it depends if you compare it with the first subtune or the fifth or fourth one. Never mind. Where is moog and Tristess from here? Just saying
under
that
RKO.
It's not here.
Under RKO.
No, I get it. So why I haven't seen it here? This search algorithm, I'm sorry to say that this is shit.
Yeah, I don't understand why it doesn't look in the subfolders and all that shit. So might need to kind of rethink that whole idea as well.
Yeah, it's either me who is too stupid to use it, because maybe there is a setting that I haven't checked out yet, that maybe the search function can be extended to like several folders, not only look
I'm sure
in the
it
folders.
can, because I've never had to do that. Or remember when it all kind of broke when there was an update. Maybe that update did some shit.
Okay. And someday we have it, so that's not a problem. It was just the local database of Slagon here on his machine that was quite confused by my search first when I was looking for it. But we definitely have it, and I definitely prepared it. Haha. And yep. You requested Tristess made by Moog. No, I'm talking to Zemdi now. Even if he cannot answer. So, yeah, I think we can carry on with it after this very short Dax Ahoy.
We can. 44 minutes to go. There's still plenty of room in the requestatron, so please throw in your requests in there and we'll play them at some point, hopefully.
At some point, hopefully. Just live with your birth-given rights to request songs on Slave Radio. This is your birth-given right.
Oh, is it now?
Yes. So we heard Sebastian Bachliñski and...
Bachliñski.
Yeah, exactly. And Tristess. A very nice one.
Indeed. Right. I kind of request a song and I'm gonna play it too.
Wow, that's...
For you.
For me?
Yes.
Oh.
Because you like the happy bouncy type things and I haven't heard this in a while, so I thought I'd play it for you.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Well, and what it might be?
It's a song.
It's a song.
Yes.
That's all what you can say.
Well,
it has notes in it, I know.
Yes, it has a start and an end.
And it lasts for several minutes.
Well, had it been the other one that you played earlier, it wouldn't. It was only 48 seconds.
Yeah, but you don't want to play a 48 seconds long song, do you?
No, I do not.
You do not?
There's a movie by this name and I do not know what the movie is about, but I'm gonna play the song anyway.
Okay. Lovely, Kronberg. Thank you very much. Yes, I like that. I like several Kronberg songs for some odd reason.
Kronberg, the artist formerly known as Kronblom.
Yeah, exactly. And Kolmar is preparing an Antix version, which he didn't know how to continue last week, but he added now that he might carry on with a sort of a Blade Runner style with it. So he gets the idea. Well,
so some CS80 type things in there.
Yeah, it's like it would be very interesting and nice to hear that. And also
or
he's
more
working
like Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, I guess. Besides this, he said that he's working on a track which is called Depression. And I haven't really found many references on RKO for that, so that's going to be also interesting.
I think Larsek started on one back in like 2005 or something, but he never released it. I have a work in progress of it somewhere, but it doesn't look like Larsek is coming back anytime soon, unfortunately. Larsek, if you're listening, come back! We want you!
Oh. Gizmore also added that there's still no remix of Pirates.
Pirates?
Pirates. Whichever pirates they are. But Kolmar also added that he doesn't know about remixes of Depression, and made by Gösta Feiweier, and it's called Depression.sid. Well, definitely you can listen to it at DeepSid player, the WebSid player, the ultimate WebSid player, which gets better and better by each week. It's unbelievable how many great features are there now.
JCH is very active. Deepsid.cordian.net.
And you can also join his group on Facebook, and you can see the updates firsthand. And someone was complaining on Facebook that isn't it sad that only 6 people are listening in the entire Facebook?
Yeah, there's like billions of people. Where the fuck are you? Jesus, how hard can it be?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we still have most of our listeners from slayradio.org. So this Facebook thing is very new still, for us too, for you too. And I think that if there is any live video going on Facebook, what I'm doing usually is click on it, and after a few minutes I might do something else, because Facebook is like that. So I think it very well might be that most of the people work the same way as well. So they tune in, they might listen for a while, then they tune out, and then, multitask and everything, and there's nothing wrong with that. So we don't mind. Can be 2 people, can be 6, and they can also tune in on slayradio.org. It's like, the point is that we all can have some fun, so regardless of any sort of listener count. And Slaygon, do you want to add something here, maybe?
Yeah, stop shaking your legs.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm doing that again. I'm sorry.
It's just that the chair makes a sound whenever you do exactly what you're doing right now.
Right, okay. Well, it's kind of very hard to stop it.
I know.
He told it 10 seconds ago, and I restarted to do that after.
I know.
Never mind.
It's like when I'm sitting right next to you and you're working on some small detail or on some graphic thing, and I start doing that kind of restless leg thing right next to you. You say, "Oh, could you please hold still for a little while?
Yeah.
I need to fix this." I thought, "Oh, sorry," and then 5 seconds later, it's back.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but that's how I deal with English sometimes as well. You remind me of one of my mistakes, and 5 seconds later, yeah, it happens, So, how about playing a request instead of
Restless Brain?
Restless brain.
Yeah,
Yes.
instead of restless legs, you have a restless brain.
Oh, and Michael Wildhagen says, I am servicing my 8-track digital recorders while listening to Slay Radio at the moment. This is so relaxing. How creative. Okay.
8-track
That's-
digital recorders. That's nice.
That's
What are you
one
doing
way
with them?
to do that.
Yeah. What are you doing with them? Like cleaning the playback head?
Well, it's...
Yeah, make those bits clean and shiny.
Yeah, very true. And it looks like that a board also kind of just commented, yes, tends to be my working music at home too. Great to hear. And board, here comes your second request today. Because you wanted to hear Anonymous and Tomcat. So, why not? That's an ending.
Okay, then. I guess that's that then.
Okay, that was quite nice and odd and lovely song. It kind of shares the people. Sonic Wanderer said those frequent stops in the arpeggio makes my brain go ouch. And Tab64 added that, yeah, it's odd, somehow hard to listen, but something else at least.
Yeah, there's this remix of Steg Challenge. That's what's it called? Oh, Frank F. and himself. It's fairly low rated on RKO, but it's a weird one for me because it's doing something very different from what everyone else was doing at the time. It was released in like 2007, so it's basically just him doing voices. So it's a weird one, but it splits the listeners in kind of oh fuck I hate this and oh it's lovely.
Yeah, the rhythm is really lovely that it has. Definitely.
No, not this one. I'm saying that the Aztec Challenge one.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this one splits the kind of divide in the same way in that you're either on one side or the other.
Yeah, I definitely can understand that they are just such songs, and I think it's a great thing on a certain way.
Yeah, sure. I agree.
Because you certainly get some impression or leave some impact behind. And Martin said, that's not an ending. Yeah, it's not really an ending that we heard.
No, it's a funny ending.
Yeah, indeed. And Michael Wildhagen answered your question.
Oh yeah, cleaning the head drum, cleaning the whole mechanics, adjusting mechanics per service manual, and lots of fiddling around stuff to get them going again. I use them in my studio on a regular basis. Old school people use old school gear, you know. Well,
we don't.
I would want to say yes, but it's kind of hard to broadcast Slay Radio on a Commodore 64.
Oh yeah, and you just ordered the rig.
Oh yeah, I ordered a new sound card because we ran out of inputs and outputs on the old one. And I kind of thought we kind of need to get the mixer out of the picture because I don't really like to have it in here for this purpose at least. It's been good for a number of years, but it's time to move more towards digital. So I guess less old school. So sorry.
That is very much less old school, and it's almost made of gold. So,
is it?
Well, as probably the price tag said.
Yeah, well, it's not cheap. It's a very fucking expensive hobby. On that note, there's a donate button on slayradio.org. Yeah,
and Michaela did. How Slay, you have to try harder. Yeah, very true actually, since you can do many things. You can play MP3 on Commodore 64 for a while, so...
Yeah, Mahoney proved that to be the case. He also time stretched and pitch shifted and all that magic that he does.
Yeah, he did the Cubase 64 version in
exactly
2010, I think. It was an X2010 release.
Exactly, something like that. And also there's an Ethernet card for the 64, so technically doable, maybe sound quality wise not quite there yet, but it wouldn't surprise me that in 10 years we're gonna do this whole thing from a fucking Commodore 64.
No, it wouldn't surprise me either, looking at all those things. And
that would be fun.
Yes, definitely it would be. Look at Elman and Jammer, what they do now with the SID chip nowadays. And guess what? Gizmore added to his request the artist name, which is Sonic Remedy. So here comes My Last Ninja for Whatever. Of course, it's Sonic Remedy.
I knew I was gonna go. Of course. I went through all of the remixes and went, which one of them is it? Could it be? Oh, it could be this one. Is it? But I couldn't listen because I was playing something at the time.
Yeah, but never mind. We have it, and from now on we can remember it as it's also Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, Sonic Ninja.
Sonic Ninja. Indeed. Here comes the Sonic Ninja for Whatever from Gizmore.
He'll be there for me, and I'll be waiting for him. You're my last ninja. Where are you? Will you come for me? And will my dream come true? The world he'll be there for me, and I'll be waiting for him. Yeah, my last ninja, I'm worried about you. I'm hoping you train just kung fu. He'll be there for me, and I'll be waiting for him. Oh, my last ninja, don't risk no fight. Please come home and be there for me tonight. My ninja, where are you? I'm lonely, but I'm waiting for you.
But I'm right here.
Oh, are you? My last ninja.
Or samurai, or whatever.
What I just said, She wants a Martin Land living room kitchen live stream so badly. Yeah, exactly, because he always says he dances furiously in the living room kitchen. Yes, I would love to see that too.
Cam.
Exactly.
Oh, wait. Well, yes, good. We require a cam, Martin. Get to it.
Exactly. The sooner the better. Not today, maybe, but...
If you promise to fix a cam in your kitchen where you dance furiously, I promise to fix the video stream so we can put that dancing on YouTube.
Oh my goodness, that's a great idea. I like that. Haha. So, there goes the offer. I thought that you will say that... if he fixes a cam, we also fix a cam so listeners can see us all the time.
Wouldn't it be more fun to see all the listeners?
Yeah, that would
Who
be
the
fun.
fuck cares about us? This community that is fun.
Definitely.
So you go ahead, fix your cameras and whatnot, and we'll rotate you all on the video streams, dancing furiously in your underwear and in the kitchen and with popcorn in your underwear.
I can already see
what?
the I can see the videos coming and you struggling with them to put them on air because you don't have the real hardware coverage for that. Ha ha ha.
Well, the problem is that I can't even put any video, live streaming video, like a camera. Even if we set up a camera in here, I couldn't stream that currently.
Right.
So, and even if someone set up their cameras, we can restream that currently. So, yeah. Anyway, but conductor said, will the dancing be naked? Well, underneath all the clothing, I guess. But like I said, there will be popcorn.
Slegon, you will need a video pixelator for the nakedness, says conductor. Very good point.
Yes.
Optimistic to assume the listeners have an underwear, says Banan. Yeah.
Well, technically, if you have enough popcorn, that will be the kind of natural pixelator.
Natural pixelator. And you don't even like popcorn.
No, I don't.
Which I don't understand. Popcorn is a great thing if it's not too salty.
Yeah, I think it started with my 90 degree kind of tooth that was growing forward instead of up, because shit got stuck in there in the kind of crevice between the teeth. So, and popcorn was the worst, and I don't know, it kind of gives me this
the Swedish
feeling.
I'm really learning this sound now. Really cool.
That sounded very Swedish. Do that again.
I'm getting there. You will mistake me with a native in 2 years. Yeah, never mind.
How did you pronounce his name? Michael? Michael Wildhagen says, for future shows I have to put my pants on. Yes. Well, depends.
Yeah, it depends how you want to enjoy yourself. Oh my god, okay, that went too far. Let's go with the request. I guess.
Yes.
I guess. There is a request here. J up. Not really sure about that, but he wants to hear Mackay and Crazy Comet non-stop mix.
Comets dancing all around. Kometen can like me dance to the melody. Kometen kommt aus Outer Space, carrying a foreign race. But foreign races can't like me dance to the melody. Non-stop comet invasion, an alien sensation. Non-stop comet invasion, an alien sensation. Non-stop comet action will lead to mass destruction. Comets dancing all around to the electronic sound. Aber kein Kometen can like me dance to the melody. Kometen kommt aus Outer Space, carrying a foreign race. But foreign races can't like me dance to the melody.
Yeah, I just didn't notice it ended.
Because you were digging it. And
Gizmor is showing off that he learned C64 assembly when he was 8.
Nice.
Well, I can definitely mention this to everyone, not only to Votega, but just so you know. Anyway, slowly approaching the end of the show, and I think we have time for 2 more songs, and I also would love to...
How do you figure?
Well, it's just a rough estimation, but I didn't use Seb the Mighty Estimator for that. But I have to say to Lomax that I'm not really sure if we are able to play Hamster Alliance's explosive heat damage, because he's also not sure if we are allowed to. If it's a demo scene product, sure. And he said he can be also found on Nectarine Scene stream, but without seeking for like further information now, I would just rather place a safe bet that maybe next time, if we figure out that we can, because actually we don't have that much time left, but we are definitely happy to help next time with this.
And now we're down to 1 song.
Oh, come on, Slagon. Okay, it's like really just a few minutes.
Yeah, but I have a kind of a long outro as well.
You have a long outro?
Yes, I have a long outro.
But you didn't tell me this.
Well, I do now.
Aha. Well, there was a very short song here that I wanted to play for Martin Land.
Okay.
He said something like Psycho Pigs. Is there a remix out there? Would be fitting to Dax Ahoy. It's even zanier. If that doesn't work out, bouncy DNA Warrior remix goodness, please. Wanna dance, thank you. Of course, that you can get. Unfortunately, Psycho Pigs is not really available as a remix yet, but good occasion for others to do one. So, how about Metal's 80s remix of DNA Warrior High Score? And yeah, we can get to a last song after it. Let's go. I don't know why. I love this remix. It's so lovely.
It's got this happy kind of undertone to it. Very lovely.
That's not the only reason why I love it.
Okay.
It's just lovely. It's cute.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were gonna say why.
No, it's like it's a cute remix. It's like typically the song that you would say that it's cute.
Yeah, it is cute.
And it's made by Metal, and Metal is great.
Yes.
And not as a genre, yeah, but as the artist as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So, just so you know, yeah, we don't have that much time left, but we agreed on something here. So, who is doing his or her thing first, and who will be second? Don't look at me like that.
What?
I mean, we have a song to play, and maybe after the song we can finish it with the conversation. But I think before the song we will say goodbye.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
So bye-bye.
Yeah, that was it. No, that wasn't it. Actually, because what is on the schedule for this week is, of course, you can go to bossradio.com just in case you are hungry for a live show. And he is doing his hump show tomorrow, like on every Wednesday like he did earlier, his thing on Slay Radio, except that this is his own radio now. And of course, several other broadcasters on his station as well. There might be a little silence regarding live shows now, for a little while, because next week we won't be here. Because
you won't be here at least.
Well, yeah. You can do a show if you feel like.
Oh, thank you. You are so kind.
I know. Yeah, it's just usually when I leave you don't do one, but I wouldn't be hurt if you would, so that's all right. And
you're so kind for allowing me
on your own radio station. Yeah, I know. I know how to do that.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just tell me I'm cute. Yeah. So, the thing is that we will return in 2 weeks. Not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. And definitely I have good reasons to do that, but we will be back. So, stay tuned, and have a very good night, and thank you everyone for tuning in and requesting songs and keeping up with our silly stupid things here. And
yes, thank you very much. And just as a final exercise right here at this stumbling kind of finishing line, could I ask you on the Slay Radio stream, wherever you are, on Facebook, YouTube, or our regular streams, to just say something on respective channels. Like if you're listening on Facebook, give a bit of a shout out there, and if you're on YouTube, say something stupid there too, because we all say stupid shit, right?
Yeah.
Just want to see kind of if we have interaction in that sense. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, there is a thanks, guys. Come in on Facebook. There is something on IRC. Yeah, Zamdi thanks us very much, and we thank you too for tuning in. And
something stupid, says see old fart on YouTube. Yeah, thanks. Great.
Okay. So yeah, there we go. There are like some people. Most of the people are still listening on the original Slay Radio.
Yeah, of course.
Channel. So
of course.
So I guess that's about it. And our last requester is Yodelaine. That's how it sounds. And he had 3 requests. I picked I Love 64 by Mind in a Box from the album Retro.
Interesting observation here.
Yep.
Just as I asked that, the listener count thing on not YouTube but on Facebook actually seems like it goes up when you have interaction on the channel. So there might be listeners on Facebook without you even knowing it. So it's interesting. So, thank you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Because
I had a suspicion about that, but thanks for proving me right on that.
Okay. And yes.
Yes, anyway, thank you.
Thank you very much. And here comes Yodelaine's request. And after that, we exit with a little bit of spice. Yay.
Thank you for listening. Good night.
Thanks.
Solo here.
Hello, this is Tron of the Subversive Elements. I'm calling on behalf of Slay Radio.
What do you need, kid?
Well, I sent you an email, but I didn't get a reply yet. We're trying to get a celebrity on one of the shows, and...
You need something moved?
No, we just want a celebrity in one of the shows to, entertain the audience. And since the majority of the listeners are absolute Star Wars geeks...
Hey, don't group me in with them. I'm not with those guys.
No, it's just that, the radio station is all about remixes of games of the good old Commodore 64.
Right.
And, they're all nerds and...
Can't argue with that.
Yes, well, they probably all have seen the Star Wars movies about a zillion times, so I thought it would only be logical to try and get one of the cast to co-host one of the shows. Take a look at the email and the pictures of the studio I've sent you.
That looks pretty good. What do you think? Yeah, I bet it's cramped. I doubt they had Wookiees in mind, pal.
It's located on planet Earth in the Sol system.
Great, the middle of nowhere. I hope there's a cantina over there.
Well, I'm sure there is one. But we were hoping that you could answer some questions from your fans.
We can do that.
And comment on some remixes.
Can do.
And, anything else you're good at?
I'm pretty handy with a blaster.
Oh, that won't be necessary. And of course, there will be a webcam in the studio, so the listeners can actually see you. So basically, all you have to do is just sit there, speak into the mic, and be beautiful.
If you want to pay me for sitting here, it's your credits. When do we get paid?
We could offer you a second-hand Commodore 64 when you arrive.
I always wanted one of those.
And hey, I'll even throw in a free TCP packet.
Wait a minute. I wasn't born yesterday. What's the catch?
Well, we were kind of hoping that you would do this for free as a sort of mutual promotional thingy.
Why can't I get paid for jobs like this?
Because it's a non-profit radio station, totally dependent on donations.
What a wonderful idea!
It's hard enough to keep it running as it is. And they even got some competition recently from Parallax, who has...
Sorry, but I've got my own problems to worry about. If you have a job for me, one that pays, feel free to look me up. Until then, watch it! Looks like I got company.
Listen, I can tell that you're busy.
Let's take them out, Chewie. We can outmaneuver them.
If you could just drop by when you're in the neighborhoods, then we can record a show in advance and...
No more discussions.
We're sorry. Your long-distance company has been temporarily disconnected.
Damn.
Please hang up and try your call again later.